Shout out to Astropro for sponsoring this episode and providing us with free samples. Speaking of free samples, I am honestly so grateful because, as you know, this is allergy season in Texas. I think Texas is one of the worst places to live if you have allergies. I have this tree in my backyard. It is the cottonwood tree. I'm highly allergic to cottonwood, not only myself, but also Travis is, and I believe our children are. And Astropro has come in handy. It's a nasal spray, and it has made such a difference in my seasonal allergies. I feel like I can breathe, and it really helped relieve my symptoms quickly. Astropro is the first of its kind nasal allergy spray. It is the fastest 24-hour over-the-counter allergy spray. It starts working within 30 minutes, while other allergy sprays take an hour. And if you've had allergies, you know that every minute counts. Astropro delivers full prescription strength indoor and outdoor allergy relief from nasal congestion, runny and itchy nose, and sneezing. Get fast-acting nasal allergy symptom relief with Astropro. Go to astroproallergy.com for a discount so you can Astropro and go today. ASTEPRO allergy.com. Astropro and go. Use as directed for relief of nasal congestion, runny nose, sneezing, and itchy nose due to allergies.
Yay Networks.
Hey guys, it's Stephanie.
And Brandi has the flu, so I'm Trey.
And this is your weekly dose of BS. Yeah, Brandi has the flu. She messaged us like 45 minutes before the podcast was supposed to start, and she's like, I cannot rally. So it's just the two of us.
It's just us. I have to tell you, so we talked a few weeks ago about the Nextdoor app, and I forgot. I think we recorded it the day before it aired. And the next day, I go to the gym and I come home and I'm getting in the shower. It's like 10 a.m. And I got like 3 or 4 messages from people saying I had a gun pulled on me. And I was like, What? And I got like a few more. And I was like, I'm not leaving the house today. This is weird. And then I realized that
It's
I
from the
asked
podcast.
people to tell me if they, And so what I learned is a lot of you have had guns pulled on you, and that's really concerning. Most of the situations.
I was going to ask, why were the guns pulled? Like, what was the situation?
Road rage.
Really?
Speaking of road rage, did you see that yesterday Denise Richards got shot at?
What?
On the way to set. I think she was filming some movie. Her husband was driving. They were looking for their turn, so they were going slow, and the car behind him was honking. And this guy, I think they moved over so the guy could get around him. The guy pulled up next to him and shot her husband's truck.
Oh my, that's crazy.
Like,
that's insane.
That's terrifying.
That's insane. I've never been so upset with somebody to where I would ever even get out of my car. First of all, I know I get my booty beat if I ever, but I just like, I'll kind of curse in my own car, but I never like honk or like chase people or anything like that.
No, people are wild. That is the number one cause of death in 2022. Do you know that?
Is road
rage incidents. Yes.
That's insane. Well, that will not happen to me because I do not chase people around. But also, I feel like whenever people are mad at me because I am a bad driver, it's usually because, like, it's not purpose, like I don't feel like people do things on purpose. Like if you run out in front of somebody or something, like a lot of times it's just your mind is elsewhere.
Stephanie's
You're
just
not paying attention.
Yeah.
But no, it does not surprise me. Speaking of driving, Travis is currently in Mexico doing the Baja, I think it's called the Baja 1000 race, with him and like 5 of his friends. He's going through a midlife crisis. It's been like now 4 years. It's going to be for the rest of his life.
Was over.
So I don't know if you've ever seen this, but the Baja 1000 race is kind of like it's like they're in these monster trucks and then they do a relay. So for 3 days
I've definitely
straight.
never seen that.
No, for like 3 days straight, they drive these trucks to the finish line. And he's the first leg, which he says is very good because he was like, you get the car first, so it's not going to be that beat up. But none of them are like, they race for fun. They're not incredible race car drivers.
Does Travis drive?
I mean, for fun, but he also, is kind of a workaholic. So how often does he practice racing? Not that often, not enough to do this.
Also, where would you practice?
I mean, he is a member, like an hour outside of Dallas. They have like racetracks that you can join, and he has a few cars there. Not these monster truck looking things by any means, but supposedly it can be kind of dangerous. It's like off-roading, but he's on the first leg of the race, and then the best driver is bringing it home. So he's on the last leg to make up time. I don't even think they win much, maybe a trophy, but they put their best driver at the end just in case the car's beat up or in case they need to make up time. And then I was like, do you wear a diaper whenever you do it? Because a lot of times when people race, like in a run.
Do they go consistently like 3 hours in a circle?
They go, no, it's not in a circle. It's like through like miles and miles and miles and miles. They like go from.
And this is in the middle of Mexico, right?
Yeah, it's in the middle of Mexico. It's not like on a road. It's like, it's crazy. Like you're off-roading it a lot.
That's weird.
But I was like, do you have to wear a diaper? Because I knew this guy before at the Four Seasons whenever I lived there. And he was this like major racer. Like he would do all these like marathons,
like
Ironmans. No, like this is like running. So, and to like not lose time, they go to the bathroom in their pants.
Yeah. Oh.
Which I would never do. I'd much rather be like 3 minutes short and go to the porta potties. But so I was like, do you do the same? And Travis was like, no, I refuse to go to the bathroom in my pants or wear Depends. Did you not know this?
Huh.
Yes.
That's weird.
So anyways, if you have ever went potty in your pants during a race, let me know.
Don't let us know. I also don't understand F1. Did Travis go to that?
Well, I mean, I think he's been before. We have a mutual friend actually, isn't he in Formula racing or not?
Who?
DeBull?
Is he? No, I don't think he is.
Is he not? I don't know. I've just never been into race car driving. When I was a little girl, my dad loved stock car races. So it's like a dirt track. And I remember growing up, every time we went on a vacation, like we would go to Disney World. But it really wasn't to go to Disney World. It's because there was some stock car race in Florida by Disney World. And I would go there, sit outside in the heat all day watching these cars go round and round the track. I did not care at all. I was a little girl. I have pictures of a racetrack or like race car museums that I would go that my dad would like drag us to. He was, I love you, Dad. I know you listen. That's kind of selfish.
See, I just don't understand that. I don't understand car racing the way that I don't understand sports. Like my friend Tori is a huge Houston Astros fan, and he was like, "We won," and I was like, "No, you didn't." I was like, "They won. What'd you win?" I don't understand. I'm like, "What did you win?" See, I don't get it.
I don't like going to like watching sporting games unless it's like the big ones. Like I'll go to the Super Bowl. I like the World Series. I love watching my kids play. Like if Chance is playing, I love watching. But I would rather watch my son play than like any other team because I don't understand sports that much. I don't even understand what happens when Chance plays because I don't really know anything about sports.
Chance recently made, what was it? The A team in basketball?
Yes, he made, it's like first string in basketball. So they have basketball tryouts. In seventh grade, they have two teams. They have like, it's called blue and gray. And then the blue team's like the A team. And then the gray team's like the B team. And then anyways, and he has not played basketball. He's not like a huge basketball guy. But all year last year, every day after school, he goes out, sets his clock for 30 minutes and shoots baskets and dribbles and like works out by himself. And he's done that for an entire year. So he goes in this year and the coach is like, he's gotten so much better. What has he done? He thought I had him in camp. So I'm like, no,
Wasn't this after he watched that documentary too?
Yes. Well, both my kids, Cruz also got into basketball for a hot minute after they watched that documentary on Michael Jordan.
Yes.
But Chance did because he wanted to be great at basketball. Cruz did it because he wanted a shoe line. And he realized that that's the way to get it. So, but yeah, he made the blue team, which is the A team. He was out of town. I was so excited to tell him. So then he comes in and I'm like, oh my gosh, guess what team you made? I was like, you made the blue team. And he's like, a cool mom. And I was like, are you not excited? He's like, Mom, I knew I was going to make the blue team. I'm like, you've got to humble yourself.
Well, then
like,
I'm less happy for him now.
You've got to humble yourself. He was like, Mom, I worked all year on it. Like, I knew I was going to make it because the coach said that I got a lot better. So
yeah, I'm really excited because Stephanie is in a spot with Chance to where she's embarrassing. And she started to embrace that role. So last week, she had a photo shoot that I went with her to. And afterwards, it was like right when Chance was getting out of school. And so we went to go pick him up because we were just driving by. And as we were pulling up, I was like, Stephanie, you need to stand out of my sunroof and yell for Chance. And she did in front of all of his friends. And he turned white as a ghost.
So mad at me.
So mortified. Like, didn't even know what to say, what to do. Got in the car and he was like, what is wrong with you? It was the funniest thing for me. He hated it. Weren't you telling me that one of his friends' parents did something similar?
Yeah. Okay. So we have another friend at his school, and I'm really, really, really good friends with his mom and dad. And his mom and I were talking, and she was telling me a story about how her and her husband pulled up to get their son, whose name is Dylan, from school. So they rolled down all the windows and blare "I'm Too Sexy" from their car, and he is out there looking mortified, comes in. He's like, why would you do that? That is so embarrassing. So anyways, I'm all about embarrassing my child right now because he does not think I'm cool anymore, which means retaliation needs to happen.
Yeah, and it was a quick switch because all of a sudden he doesn't want to tell you about his girlfriend.
No.
And mind you, I will say Stephanie asks him a lot about his girlfriend, a lot. And so I asked him the car the other day, and he was like, I don't want to talk about it. And I was like, no. I was like, you are going to tell me because there's going to be a day when you're going to take her on a date and you're going to call me to take you on a date. And I'm going to want to know all the situations before I take you. So spill it right now. And he did. But
yeah, so they're still together. He will not tell me anything about them, what they talk about, I don't even know if they talk to each other. I don't know what in the world goes on. He refuses, but he still has a girlfriend. They're still together. And now I guess Trey is the only one allowed to take him on a date.
Yeah. So, good for me.
Okay, so the other day I was doing a Q&A on my Instagram account and somebody asked about Nutrafol. And did you not watch my story, Trey?
No, I did.
Okay. Anyway, somebody asked about Nutrafol and I was like, for me, and I know Brandi, if she was here, I have seen such a difference with my hair, not only my hair, but my nails. Now I'm having to get my nails done a lot more, which I'm horrible at going to the nail salon. So that means they just are grown out for that much longer before I go in. But I had so many people ask me about it, and it is something that I have used. I've noticed a big difference in. I actually started using Nutrafol after I saw Brandi. She had a lot of hair loss after her pregnancy, and her hair is so thick and amazing. So I started using it and I have noticed such a difference to the point where I'm again getting my extensions taken out on Friday. I'll be no more extensions because I believe my hair is that much thicker. And you know what's so crazy is I feel like also the older you get, the more you experience thinning hair because I know my mom and grandma, my mom had so much hair growing up and now she complains about how thin her hair is. And I'm like, well, here's some Nutrafol. And the same with my grandmother. So I also think it has to do with age. You can grow thicker, healthier hair and support our show by going to Nutrafol.com and entering the promo code weeklyDose to save $15 off of your first month subscription. This is their best offer anywhere, and it's only available to U.S. customers for a limited time. Plus free shipping on every order. Get $15 off at Nutrafol.com, and that is spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code weeklyDose. Okay, so yesterday, Trey, and I take you to every event that I get invited to.
This was a good one. This wasn't a bad one.
So this was a great event. It was Neiman Marcus. It was downtown Neiman Marcus in Dallas, and it was Baccarat and Martha Stewart. So I guess does Martha Stewart make some of the Baccarat stuff, or is she like partner with them, or I don't know what that had to do with Baccarat, but she was there. We showed up about 30 minutes late because you don't want to be the Ever Beaver at these events.
Well, turns out you did.
But it turns out you did at that one because as soon as we got there, she was already upstairs. So Trey tends to know everybody. So we knew a girl that worked there and she was like, would you like to meet Martha Stewart? And we were like, duh. So she said, well, follow me upstairs. Mm-hmm. So we do. And Martha Stewart is like in Neiman Marcus, they have like little pockets. So they
Like
have like a
stores and
Chanel
stores.
store inside of Neiman Marcus. So she's like in this Chanel store, which is kind of to the side of the main hallway. And there are police officers all around her, like 3 or 4 people, right? Not letting anyone near her. So then Trey, being the amazing person that he is, gets all the gossip because he can make everyone spill it. And I guess something was thrown at her.
So there was like a line of people and they were letting people, walk up and meet her. And she was supposed to do like a book signing that ended up not happening because she was taking pictures with people and someone threw something at her. Mind you, she's 81 years old. First of all, she looks incredible
She
for
looks
being
amazing.
81. But there was some sort of verbal exchange and then a guy threw something and then took off running. And that's it. One, who will throw something at Martha Stewart? 2, who would throw something at an 81-year-old lady?
That's insane.
That's just kind of weird.
Yeah. So I think that she got obviously, a little taken back. So then I don't think she met anybody after that.
Well, no, they escorted her out, but then she came back in because inside Chanel were like all the executives for Neiman's and Baccarat.
Yeah.
So she came back in to say bye, which I wouldn't. I was like, bye. That was my bye.
Yeah.
But she came back in and then she walked out like the main hallway and she's literally looks at little Stephanie Holman and says, "Good night, you guys." And Stephanie goes, "Good night."
Well, I don't know if she was looking at me. She was looking at the crowd. I
Well,
was
it was
just in the
only
crowd.
us standing there.
Well, there was like 5 of us. It was a little crowd. But yeah, so I did not meet her, but she did look amazing for 81. But I cannot believe somebody threw something at her. That's one thing I will say that I've never had happen, and I'm by no means Martha Stewart, but I'm so grateful that I never had a position, an awkward moment where like somebody comes up and they're just really rude to you.
Brandi did.
Oh, yes, she did.
Remember
At
the event at Bottle Blonde.
Yes. Yes. The Bottle Blonde, my favorite place. Yes, she did. She had her, like he was rude to her and Cameron.
What did he say to her? I think he walked up to her and he was like, I think you're a real piece of shit. He said that to either her or Cameron.
And then he walked up to me, like saying, "Oh, they're trying to kick me out."
Oh, yes.
Like, and I didn't know what happened, what he said. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. What?" And he was playing the victim. And then Trey came up and he was like, "No, he needs to go." But yeah, I've never had that happen. Thank God. That would be so uncomfortable. That would be so uncomfortable.
Huge praise report.
Okay.
Brandi told us a few days ago that Turtle Creek Lane reached out.
Yes. Okay. For you guys, we may have to remember who Turtle Creek Lane is. We talked about them on the podcast.
Well, it's one lady.
It's one lady. She has an Instagram account that's like decorating like crazy holiday decorations.
You have to look her up.
So I guess she reached out to Brandi and said that we could like have a field trip, which will be so fun. So we are going to have to make that into our podcast episode. Maybe we can have her on the podcast, like at her house.
I would love that.
And not to stress you out, but if you'd like to have us over.
We'll come over.
We can sit in the middle of your Christmas house and do the podcast.
You have to look her up. She has the most insane decor for not just Christmas, but every holiday. She like blows it out of the park.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it overflows into the street. It's so much, like completely redesigns her whole house. It is amazing. And not only do I want to see her house, I want to see the storage warehouse.
Yes.
I want to know where it all goes afterwards.
She has to, it cannot be in her garage. She has to have like
and she doesn't like reuse stuff. Like there's a new theme every year. So where does the old stuff go? Like it's incredible.
Yes. Well, if you're listening, Turtle Creek Lane, and you'd like to come decorate my house,
we love you.
I hate decorating. So please come over. Please come over. Okay. Well, this happened today, but I feel like we have to talk about it on this podcast. And that is you sent it to me, the Real Housewives of New York.
Yes. So apparently there's a girl. Her name's Lizzie, that is no longer on the show. Don't have full details, just have TikTok speculation. But apparently she is no longer on the show, which makes me sad for her because she was going to be on Dallas and then she wasn't. And then she was announced with New York and now apparently she's not on that show either. Not sure at all what happened, but must have been something good enough if they're halfway through the season. And
Are
then
they
now
halfway
she's
through
out.
the season filming?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay, so I met her one time through Deandra. I think she first met Carrie Duber, and then Carrie Duber introduced her to Cam, and then Cam introduced her to Deandra. I know I was the last person to meet her. And she was, I met her at an Neiman Marcus event. She was very nice. But I don't know, besides those 5 minutes. I think you were there when I met her.
Maybe.
Because Deandra was like, have Stephanie come over here.
Oh, the Prada event.
Yes, the Prada event. Anyway, she was very nice, but I know she auditioned for Dallas and then the show didn't get renewed. I think she was originally from New York. Her husband, this is how much of like 2 degrees of separation or whatever you call it. I go to McGinnis Dermatology, Brandi and I do, to get all of our lasers and skincare. Well, her husband was the plastic surgeon at McGinnis Dermatology.
Oh.
So I never really put 2 and 2 together until after I met her. And then I saw his last name and I was like, oh, wait, Savetsky, that's her name. So I kind of knew him just through that. But I guess after our show got canceled, I don't know if they were always going to move back to New York or what, but she moved back to New York, I guess got cast on New York. And now they're saying she's no longer there because I don't know, something happened during filming. I don't know what happened. But I feel bad for her if it wasn't her decision because I know that she wanted it.
Something juicy happened if she's off.
Yeah. Either that or she decided this is not for me. I'm walking away.
Something came out 15 minutes ago.
Oh, something came out 15 minutes ago?
Breaking news.
Oh,
just in.
Okay.
Tell us, Mike.
So the article, according to Page 6, reads, she's out quicker than a New York minute.
Ooh.
Oh, my God.
Lizzie Savetsky has quit the Real Housewives of New York City reboot before the new season has even wrapped. Page 6 can exclusively confirm. Multiple sources tell us that the social media influencer, who is Jewish, received a wave of anti-Semitic comments when she was announced as a cast member. As soon as she was announced, she was getting insane threats and anti-Semitism on social media. As you kind of read a little bit more of the article, she's been very, pro-Jewish and very proudly stating that in a lot of social media and even making comments about Kanye West back in October. But she also said that she continues to receive shockingly hateful and threatening comments in support of his anti-Semitic message. So I think she's just tired of it.
Here's why I don't believe that. Because, one, we know that Bravo will let you make up your narrative as to why you exited. 2, if you have a very strong stance on anything, getting backlash is no surprise to you. That's not, she doesn't have a small Instagram following either. She has, 200,000 followers? She has a pretty decent following. So I don't feel like her getting hate is anything new. And that's whether you have a strong stance on religion, on chicken nuggets, on anything.
Okay, I don't see how much hate you're going to get on chicken nuggets.
No, but it's whatever it is. If it's your religious beliefs, if it's gay marriage, if it's whatever it is, you're going to get backlash from it regardless. So I don't know. That's just, I think you're knowing you're putting yourself in that position. Also, you're going on a reality show. It's not going to be like roses and champagne all the time. No,
that's the one thing I think people don't always get. I know I always say this, but people will make up stuff about you. People will look into everything. I have had no less than 5 letters that have been mailed to my house whenever I was on the show. Not really anymore, where people are trying to extort money from Travis and I.
Really?
Yes. You have it's crazy. And thankfully my husband's
what did they say?
Oh, just we want $1.5 million. I know one of them was $1.5 million, or we've been watching you. We're going to release all this footage. And I'm like, well, all I do is sit at home and eat bonbons. So good luck. Because I don't do anything.
And why didn't you respond to my letters?
Well, yeah, but it's it's a scam people do. They put them in your mailboxes and, it's interesting. So
the other thing is though, she having a lot of friends that have done this, she knows that.
Yes.
She knows what she's walking into. Honestly, probably more than a lot of people would have. So, I don't know. I mean, I hate that she's getting that.
Yeah.
But I think there's more to this story.
You do?
Absolutely, I do.
So what did that TikTok say before the breaking news?
I'm not going to say it here. I know what happened because New York was a small place. This person has been down this road before. I don't know why they're waiting to say it or not say it. Maybe I've heard they're going to be in the beginning and then phased out. I heard what happens. 0% surprised. Lines up 100% with this persona. It's really hard to be on television, I think, if you have extreme views and you don't want to hear other people's point of view. But that's just my opinion. but you all guessed it right. So you obviously know.
Oh my gosh.
See, there's more to this story.
Well, then if you're fired, there has to be something, because of conflicting views, it has to be something big enough for Bravo, because usually Bravo would want that as a storyline.
Well,
like
no.
if
Bravo,
it's a fight, depending on what it is. But I think they would want, most fights they would want to air out on camera, unless it's a fight that they don't even want it to air, like they don't want their name on.
I think that's what it is.
Also, I'm the first to say I've had things about myself out there. I've seen things about Brandi. I've seen things about our show. And a lot of times they're not true. So this is, from Bravo blogs, TikTok. I mean, you never know if they're getting correct information or not.
Mm-hmm.
And people can make up things and send it to them, and then it grows like wildfire. So we don't know for sure.
It's speculation, but the girl that posted the TikTok said she knew everyone on the cast. So I'm going to take it for what it's worth.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp.
With the holidays coming up, things can be stressful. We all have crazy relatives coming into town. It is important to have someone to teach you how to cope with those tough times in life. And that's BetterHelp. One of the things I will say that I have rubbed off on Zach, as far as just in our relationship, is he now also sees a therapist. And it's not necessarily when times are tough. Sometimes it's talk to someone when times are good and we're planning this wedding and it's stressful, and it's nice just to have a third party, a sounding board to listen, when you can't decide what color you're going to go with and y'all both disagree. But it's nice to know that there is someone that we can talk to when times do get tough. Therapy is a great resource, and BetterHelp makes finding therapy so much easier and super affordable, because traditional therapy, let's be honest, it's expensive. And finding a good therapist in your city is not always easy. As the world's largest therapy service, BetterHelp has matched 3 million people with professionally licensed and vetted therapists, available 100% online, plus it's affordable. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to match with the therapist. If things aren't clicking, you can easily switch it up to a new therapist at any time. It couldn't be simpler. No waiting rooms, no traffic, no endless searching for the right therapist. Learn more and save 10% off for the first month at BetterHelp.com/weeklydose. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/weeklydose. Candace Cameron Bure is in the news a lot this week because she has left the Hallmark Channel and she's now on the Great American Network or something like that. And she was doing interviews. She's doing some new Christmas movies with them. She had a 10-year relationship with Hallmark.
What is the Great American Network? Is that a new network?
It's a new network.
Okay.
And she left Hallmark, went over to this new network. And it's very clear that this is a Christian television network.
Yeah.
That's if you look them up, that is very well known. So in an interview, someone asked her if there's going to be any sort of gay couples in these movies. And she said, no, I think they're going to stick to more traditional marriage. Well, she's in all sorts of heat for that. I think that is absolute BS, because it's almost like going to Joel Osteen and being like, hey, when is the next gay marriage you're officiating? It's well, he's not. I hate this because it seems like they set her up to fail with this. And it's it's okay if she's doing a Christian family-based movie. As someone that's gay, I'm not offended by that. That's very well known. It's like me going to Chick-fil-A and wondering why they don't have hamburgers. Right? I don't know.
She gets a lot of heat. I will say on TikTok, she gets a lot of heat for stuff. Here's the deal. We used to share that I've never met Candace Bure, Cameron Bure, whatever her name is. How do you say her last name?
Candace
I don't even
Cameron
know. Bure. Okay, I've never met her. We did share the same PR team. I know that her whole thing, I mean, even with Dancing with the Stars, is all religion. Even with that, it's she didn't show that much skin. It was so, I mean, I think you know the answer going in whenever you're asking her that. But I also feel like people they like to hate her. But she seems like a nice person.
I agree. I know someone that knows her and said she is one of the sweetest people. And
he's a gay guy.
He's gay.
Yes.
So
we have the same mutual person. Yeah. And he worked with her and he said she's absolutely lovely.
Here's the thing, though. This does not help how she feels about the LGBT community whenever you go after her for not you're not, there's no movement here because of this.
Yes, I don't know. I mean, I could have told you that if she's just, I just think that like her whole thing is she's super religious. Her brother is very religious. And, you know, if that's just who she is. So, I mean.
I hate when someone tries to, it almost feels like they're trying to bully her into feeling some different way. It's like, she's not going to be in a movie with the same, like, she's not going to play a lesbian in a movie. That's just probably not in her cards. And that's okay.
Yeah, but
I don't know why we have to beat her over the head with it.
But don't you also think in life, and this is much more than even that, but in life, anytime you have conflicting views, or even, maybe not even conflicting views, but whenever you believe something about someone that usually isn't even that true, and you're mean to them and you're spiteful to them and you go after them and you attack them, do you really think that that is going to make them change their viewpoint?
No, and I see
that happen so much politically with other, like, side after side, and I'm like, I don't understand it because it's nobody's going to change their mind whenever they feel attacked.
Absolutely.
And then also all it's going to make them do is like feel even stronger about whoever they feel is in the opposing belief as them. So I don't know. I just think it's I just think it's sad because I don't think she's a bad human.
No.
I really don't.
My big thing, whenever we had all these protests at Mr. a few months ago, my biggest thing was there were all these people outside screaming and yelling and throwing trash and all this stuff. And I told everyone inside, I was like, we are not going to go out there and scream and yell and throw trash and fight with these people. We are going to act out of love the way that we should be doing this and show that we're not the monsters you're trying to make us out to be.
Yeah.
Instead of going and proving them right.
Yeah.
I think that's it's like, this isn't helping.
Yes.
So that's my 2 cents.
That's so interesting. Oh my gosh. Okay. But yeah, I've not met her, but I do know that we had the same PR team, and I do just from them, I know that
she never treated him differently.
And even on her social media, I mean, she has like daily planners with like religious quotes for every day. I mean, she's like, super, like she's like almost like Joel Osteen, like super, super, super religious.
But I can tell you, not only was she very nice to our mutual friend, she bought him great gifts.
Yeah, like she
fought for him in the workplace. Like
she was great. I just think, I don't know. But again, like that's people knowing that what's going to happen. Like, what she's going to say before you ask, and that's somebody who is just
You're
waiting
setting her up
to have something to talk about, which I think unfortunately happens a lot in the world.
I agree.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're watching, by the way, we are on YouTube. If you do not know this, I feel like we never tell people. And then half the time I'll get on my story and be like, oh yeah, we have a podcast. People don't know, but probably more people don't know that we actually are on YouTube. So if you want to watch our beautiful faces while we talk, then feel free to, what is our YouTube channel? Is it just Weekly Dose of BS?
Weekly Dose of BS, yeah.
Easy peasy. You can follow me at Steph Holman on Instagram and Facebook.
You can follow Brandi at, what's her Instagram?
Brandi Redmond.
Brandi Redmond on Instagram. And you can follow me at Trey_Stewart. Bye.
Bye.